Or they try to.
Welcome to the Pittsburgh Business Virgin, where we help educate new business owners on the do's and don'ts of starting their own business. My name is Brad Hilbert, president of Three Rivers Wealth Management Group. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Nick Cortazzo, also of Three Rivers, and we're really happy to have Lee Terbosic.
Terbosic. It's
Come
Croatian.
on.
It's a tough last name. I
I'm
understand.
brutalizing it. Who is a very talented comedian.
Magician.
And magician. Yeah. And I met Lee actually at a networking event back about a month or two ago, and it was kind of funny. We were sitting there talking, and he was doing his wares and blowing my mind, and then I find out he's actually I didn't realize, but we're actually represented by the same agency, Talent Network, out of Pittsburgh, who are a great bunch of guys and gals over there. So, Lee, we wanted to start the interview off with probably the question that you get asked 6 times a day, and I hate to be the guy that asks you the same old question, but how does one become a magician?
Okay. Well, that's usually the second question I get asked. Usually the first question I get asked is, how did you do it?
Yeah.
But the second question is always followed
and we're
with,
definitely going to hit on that because how do you turn talent into paychecks? And
that's
and
also
a company
that's magic in itself to be able to do that. How'd I get into it? It happened just kind of like how most kids get into magic. I seen it live when I was about 12 years old, and I was totally fascinated by it. I actually seen at the time, like kind of a an average at best magician doing tricks, and I was completely enamored by it, and I just had to know. It fooled me. I'd never seen it up until that point before, so I begged Mom and Dad to take me to the library and check out some books on magic.
I got to tell you, when I watch you perform, and especially when you do the sleight of hand with the cards, and being an analytical guy, I'm sitting there trying to I sit there and try to figure out how the hell you are doing it, and it drives. I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little bit compulsive. My wife will tell you that. It drives me nuts because I can't figure out.
You're not gonna figure it out.
I can't figure out how you're doing it.
The stuff that I'm performing is designed in a way that it's so clever. And when it's done seamlessly or flawlessly, you're not gonna. You're gonna
true magic. There's no trick.
I'm Harry Potter, more or less.
Hey,
Pussy dust.
One question I have for you? You know, we were talking off camera before we got going, and you said you started actually at 12 years old.
Yeah.
What was your first trick?
First trick was actually, I learned it out of a book. It was a card trick, really fundamental card trick where. And it's the trick that when people ask me to teach them a trick, it's the trick that I teach people because it was the first trick that I learned, and it really inspired me to keep it going. So that's the trick that I teach people, and it's a really simple card trick. And maybe if you want, we can even perform it.
We're one of our upcoming segments. We're actually going to have Lee show us a couple different tricks. But one thing for those of you who are out there listening to this, watching this, where should people go to watch some of your videos that they can really get an appreciation?
I have a little bit on YouTube. You can YouTube me, but I normally these days with the internet and HD video. Everything lately I've been filming when I do go to events and I bring in a camera crew and stuff like that. Everything's filmed in HD, and it seems like the best part or best place to host those videos is Vimeo. That's what I've just found, at Vimeo.com. You can just search my name in Vimeo.
And it's Lee, and then the last name Terbosic.
Yeah, it's very Croatian.
He's a good Croatian boy. Yeah. And when we think about some of the stuff, what have you been doing lately?
I actually just got back from L.A. a couple days ago and had an awesome trip out there.
That's the Pittsburgh slightly burned skin.
Yeah, I got hit the beach for a little bit. Hit the beach the last day I was there. But at L.A., I go out there about 2-3 times a year. I try to hit Hollywood and just Southern Cali. Love it out there. But I had a really cool invitation to come out and perform at the Pat Tillman Foundation.
Awesome.
They do an annual fundraiser for the foundation, and
for people who don't who know that name and can't figure, that was the guy who was the Cardinal football player.
He
NFL.
was, NFL. He quit the NFL, turned down millions of dollars to join the army and serve his country, and unfortunately, he was killed in action. And so, in the last couple of years, they put together the foundation to raise money. And it's just it was an awesome event. It was star-studded from top to bottom. It's hosted by Robbie Krieger of The Doors.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
So I got to hang with Robbie Krieger and do some tricks with him, and it was super cool. He was such a nice guy. And then
hold that thought, because we're gonna come right back, because that wasn't the only place you were.
That was
when you were out there. You did a really cool event with another well-known musician. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk about that in one moment. But in the meantime, definitely check out Lee's videos online. And it's where,
Vimeo, Vimeo.com. Yeah.
And once again, Lee Terbosic,
comedy magician.
Terbosic. And we'll be right back to talk more with Lee.